What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital. We're here with Ash Guglani, President and Director at NEXE Innovations. How are you doing today, Ash?
Thanks for having me, Aaron. I'm doing well.
Good. Yeah, it's nice to have you on the channel. This is our first time talking. I introduced NEXE just not too long ago, and today we're talking all about the company. So, let's hear it. Let's get a quick introduction what NEXE is all about.
Sure. No, thanks for the support so far. We've obviously had a very successful debut on the TSXV, so we've been happy about that. But just for people who want to know what is NEXE, what NEXE does is we create disruptive, sustainable innovation through partnerships, leveraging our understanding of advanced materials and manufacturing technologies to support a circular economy using really fully plant-based materials. Our main focus right now is a single-serve coffee pods. Specifically, we're launching a fully compostable Kcup here soon. And probably some point later this year, we'll be launching a fully compostable Nespresso pod.
Very exciting. So, you guys have a state-of-the-art facility, 100% owned by the company. Can you give us some more information about that facility and why investors should be, excited about this?
Yeah, sure. So, when we built out the facility it's in South Surrey. It's right by the U.S. border, so we strategically placed right by the border. But when we built out the facility, we built it out with the idea of being vertically integrated at site at some point in our life. Our infrastructure was designed to scale our production facility from our current 20 million pods to about 220 million pods. So we spent that capex, so it should be a very easy transition. Within our facility, we also have a state-of-the-art R&D lab. We have a Q&A lab, and we also have a rapid prototyping lab. So the purpose of it is at some point long-term, we'll be fully vertically integrated.
Amazing. So in the next 5 years, the global coffee pod market is expected to reach almost $30 billion, which is quite a substantial market. What's that mean for NEXE?
Well, that means coffee consumption is not going away, and coffee consumption in a single serve format is not going to go away. I mean, 50% of all coffee is consumed in a single serve coffee pod. What that means for us, there's a channel with mass distribution available with plastic pods, which is now available for disruption. So I think that's what gets us really excited, is the fact that there's, I think, over 18 billion Kcups are consumed annually and still growing at 7%. We'll be able to take a huge chunk of that market because most of the pods out there are plastic or recyclable. So I think that's where the opportunity really lies for us. So the next 5 years on the coffee side, I think it'll be an exciting time for us.
Yeah, definitely. I still use the plastic one, so hopefully I can get some NEXE pods in the near future. So what are some exciting developments in the pipeline for NEXE, over the next 6 months that should be, that we should be excited about?
Sure. So as I mentioned, I think over the first quarter here, you'll see the pod finally commercialized. So you'll see it on the shelf. You'll see us over the next 6 months scale our pod capacity, or annual pod production capacity, from 20 million pods to about 220 million pods. You'll see some announcements of some new commercial partnerships. You'll see some announcements about our IP, kind of protecting our technology as we grow. You'll see announcements of us improving our supply chain over time, and you may even see some new products come to light over the next few months.
Yeah, that's what's cool about your company. You've got a lot of intellectual property that could potentially go into other industries and other disruptive, as you said. So the company has over 5 years of research and development behind your plant-based fully compostable material. Let's talk a little bit more about that when we're on that topic.
Yeah, sure. So, as you were just mentioning, we'll be able to roll over our technology and IP into other avenues. And, the reason why that is, we understand our materials better than anyone. Like, we understand how PLA works in a high-speed environment, probably better than most people for the Kcup format. This was essentially in 2015, this was just a big idea, using new plant-based materials like PLA and forming technologies like 3D printing. From there was lots of plant-based challenges. We didn't want to cheat with adding fossil-based materials, which also made it more challenging. We went through lots of trials and testing to get to proper formulations. So our product so essentially what we needed to do was our product had to withstand heat and pressure within a Kcup or an espresso machine without melting in the machine. Our first few capsules that we actually designed in a lab actually melted in the Kcup machine. So it took us a long time to get that formulation right. And as we were working on getting the formulations right, we wanted to make sure our science worked. So as we knew we were, I guess you could say, lab ready with our pods, we wanted to do the tests and we wanted to make sure that the science works. So we've done industrial compost studies, which have had amazing results, fully compostable within as little as 35 days. We've done home compostability studies. We've done ecotoxicity studies. So we know the science works, right? And from there, that's when we got into automation. And, there was a whole new challenge with that, we've had these highly customized automation design for our pods and specifically for the materials we use. And the goal is to make sure that this product can be made at high speeds without adding any adhesives. We don't want to use any glues, any fossil-based materials whatsoever to bind our capsules together. And, we invested in every process point, whether that was the mold, the assembly, including the filter forming, the dosing, sealing of the coffee into the capsule, as well as end of line. So, the last part took more than 1.5 years to advance this to commercialization, but we're here now, and I think now is the time for us to really make some noise in the industry and grab a lot of attention.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time. So congratulations for making it this far. So you personally, what's the one thing you're most excited about for NEXE, let's say in the next 12 months?
For us, look, what I'm excited about is, we're ready to be a disruptive force. Especially with our IP and knowledge of plant-based materials, just understanding what we're doing and doing it without taking any shortcuts, no compromise. That's a big achievement for this company, and now it's kind of a great time to really create that brand awareness for what we're doing, not just in coffee, but other products down the line as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to cover your story, and we'll definitely be doing more interviews. So, where's the best place for viewers to find out more information about the company, or where should they go?
You know what? You can go to our website, which is nexeinnovations.com, and all our social media handles and everything are there. That's probably the best place to get information about our company.
Perfect. Astral, I appreciate it. Look forward to having you back and, with all the exciting updates that I'm sure will be on the way.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having us today.
All right, guys, that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to say, if you do support me, the channel, and all these videos, then kindly smash that like button along with hitting the subscribe button and the bell for notifications for future videos. I did also want to say, check the disclaimer down below. This video was sponsored by the company that we are talking about today. So check the disclaimer, full disclosure, and we're out of here. Always remember, guys, Departures Capital is for information, education, and entertainment purposes only. Don't buy or sell a stock because you heard it on here. Buy or sell a stock because you've done your research, you've done your thorough due diligence, and you make your own personal investment decisions for yourself. This video is not financial advice. We'll see you guys in our next video.